Well, hello, American Farmsteaders. This is Jenny from the GrahamStead Family Farm, and it's just me today. Donna from Hazelbell Farm is not joining us today, only because she had some very, very important family issues that she's attending to today. So it is just me for today. So we were planning on talking about pressure canning today, but I'm going to save that chat for when Donna's here because I'm sure she'll have a lot to say about that. So today I am just going to give y'all a quick update on what's going on the GrahamStead. And I'm coming to y'all from my back porch today. It is summertime and all the kids are out of school, and I have a house full of teenage boys currently playing video games in my living room. So I thought it might be nice to come out to the back porch and record from out here today. So don't be surprised if you hear a rooster or two crowing in the background, because I'm sure it'll happen. So as I mentioned last week, Donna and her husband came over to our farm to teach my husband and I how to draw blood on our cows so we could have them pregnancy tested. We had 4 cows that were in question, and I really wanted to know what was going on with them so we could make some really important decisions regarding our herd. Because right now we really have a couple too many cows for the land that we're on. So we were looking to downsize just a little bit, but I wanted to know who was pregnant before I made any decisions. So we finally got the results back, and out of the 4 cows, we have 2 that are going to be expecting calves. One of them is Hershey, our big black Angus. I suspect she is probably about 5 to 6 months pregnant. And the other one is Daisy, who is our oldest cow. She is 13 years old, and she is expecting as well. And I'm pretty sure that she is going to be bred to the Aberdeen Angus bull that we have here on site. And I do believe that Hershey was bred from the neighbor's bull. Which is just a mixed beef breed. So we're super excited to learn that they are expecting calves, and now I just have to sit and watch and wait for them to have calves on the ground. So that's super cool. Other than that, as y'all know, we are in Northeast Florida, and it is about 500 degrees outside. So our day-to-day routine really has been making sure all the animals have plenty of water and plenty of shade to get to. So we've just been trying to keep them cool, and also been doing a little bit of work in the garden. This is kind of the time of year when we start to turn over our garden beds. Oh, there goes the rooster. It's that time of year where we start to clean out some of our garden beds. A lot of my green beans are starting to taper off, and they're not producing very well at this point anymore. They're shutting down because of the heat, which is fine because we've gotten plenty of flushes of green beans, and I'm kind of tired of canning those at this point. But so we're actually not pulling those plants. What I'm doing is cutting them at the root, because the roots of your legume plants are going to have like these little nodules on the roots. Of course, the rooster's going crazy now that I have hit record. But you want to leave those plant roots in the ground because they are nitrogen fixers. There's a lot of nitrogen that's stored in those little nodules that are in the ground, in the roots. So what we're doing is just kind of going right to the surface and cutting those with a good pair of garden clippers right at the surface, leaving those roots in the ground. That way we're too adding some organic matter to our beds, which is always a good thing to do. So once we get all of the plants out of the way, what I'm doing is adding chicken manure, and I'm taking some of the dead leaves off of the plants and just kind of using the dead leaves as like a top dress or a mulch over that chicken manure. The chicken manure just came straight out of my chicken coop. It has not aged or anything like that. But I am in no hurry to replant the beds that I'm working on, so it'll have plenty of time just to age in place. Um, I am also working on, well, I guess I shouldn't say working on. I already did the work on it, but I'm watching it now. I cover cropped 3 big rows in my garden that did not perform well this past spring. And what I did was I seeded them really, really heavy with black-eyed peas, which again is a nitrogen fixer, which should help add a lot of nutrients to the soil. So what I did was I planted those really, really, really heavy about 2 weeks ago, and they are growing really well. So they're coming in nice and thick. What I will do is probably leave those. I'll probably leave those for, I don't know, maybe another 3 or 4 weeks until I'm ready to plant those beds. And at that point, I'm just going to come through those beds with my push mower and mow down all of those plants. That way it breaks the whole plant down, and we'll leave that right there on those beds as some organic matter as well. So hopefully that'll remedy the problem that those beds had, because they didn't really do well for me this year. Um, so let's see here. What else is going on in the garden? Oh, I finally have some Seminole pumpkins starting to form. So I am looking for opportunities to self-pollinate those, or hand pollinate those, I should say. Even though we had a lot of bees in the garden, I don't really feel like I got good pollination as far as like on my cucumbers. And so I want to make sure that these Seminole pumpkins get pollinated. So any chance I get to hand pollinate those, I'm definitely doing that to help them along. And other than that, I've just been trying to keep the garden watered. Man, it is hot. It's been brutal out there in the sun. So, um, let's see here. Other than that, the other thing I've got on my brain is fall and winter seeds to start. I'm starting to kind of organize in my brain the fall winter garden, and I'm super excited about the fall winter garden because I didn't even get enough tomatoes this spring to put up on the pantry shelf. So last fall and winter my tomatoes did really well, so I'm hoping that I'll have another good crop. So my tomatoes are going to go right where all of my beans and peas were planted in the springtime. So there should be plenty of nitrogen in the soil for those tomatoes to soak up. So I am just trying to kind of organize loosely in my head when I'm going to be starting seeds. And I placed a seed order, which I probably didn't really need to do, but it's always fun to order seeds. So I am anxiously awaiting those seeds to come in the mail, because that will really get me going along in the planning process. If you are interested in, doing a fall and a winter garden, if you go to our Facebook page, American Farmstead Hers, if you go find us on Facebook, Donna and I recently made a post. It's from another Facebook page that's called No Dig Florida Garden, which this lady, she's got her gardening game down for Northeast Florida. I mean, her garden is fabulous, and she just lives, on a regular size lot, but she's growing a ton of food. So she is a great resource to follow, and she kind of loosely put out a guide on what seeds to start when for fall and winter. So Donna got her hands on that, and we posted it on the American Farmsteaders Facebook page. That way y'all could all reference it, because I know that I will very loosely be following her fall winter guide. Just keep in mind though, You don't have to do it exactly like she does it, or like I do it, or like Donna does it. Do it how you want to do it, because I guarantee you'll learn something from it. And, you might have better luck with something that we have not had good luck with. So if you want to try something, just try it. Just do it. Even if the naysayers say don't do it, just do it. So go to our Facebook page and look at that resource, because it really is a nice guide to follow. And that's why I say loosely follow the guide. Do what you want to do. It's your garden, it's your farm. You grow it how you want to grow it and grow what you want to grow. So that's about it today. I figured I would just give y'all a quick little update on what's been going on our farm. If you are interested in learning more, you can check out that Florida No Dig page, and also don't forget to check out our YouTube channels. It's the GrahamStead Family Farm and Hazelbell Farms. And if you want, send us an email. We would love to learn more about you and your farm and see what y'all got going on and see what you are growing or harvesting or preserving, because it's definitely preservation season. That's another thing I've been working on, is preserving. I just got done shelling more zipper peas, which I will blanch and freeze. There's a YouTube video up on my channel on the whole zipper pea harvest and putting those up in the freezer if you're interested in that. And I'm also working on drying out my black beans. I will store those as a dry bean once they are all completely dry. So that's it. That's all I got for y'all. Thanks for tuning in today. Donna and I will be back next week. I think we're going to talk pressure canning. And we actually have a pressure canning class coming up this Saturday at Donna's farm. It's all full, but we've had a lot of interest in the canning classes specifically, so we are going to put more on the calendar. I'll do one at my farm, and Donna may do another one at her farm as well. So be on the lookout for those dates, and join us if you're local. We would love to meet you and teach you more about pressure canning and preserving all that good yummy food that you're pulling out of your garden. So thanks for tuning in. I am going to sign off now today. We will be back next Friday with some pressure canning. Thanks, y'all.